Welcome to Card Corner. These are the cards, that's the corner. Today I got these Mario Sports Superstars Amiibo cards. I believe that these were released in conjunction with this game, Mario Sports Superstars. I don't think it did very good. I don't really know it. I did have a 3DS, but yeah, I never really played any of these the sports games beyond the GameCube had like the soccer one and the baseball one, which were pretty fun. And then back in the day, obviously, I played tennis, but looks like this one is like all a bunch of different sports, including horse racing, which I think is a pretty funny one for them to include. This horse to me looks like a Muppet. Just like that design. I feel like they'd make the Muppets would make a horse look like that. But I thought it would be cool to open these anyway. Maybe we can get a Waluigi. That would be the best case scenario. It shows on the back here that you could either use the new Nintendo 3DS or this NFC reader writer, which I never knew was even a thing. And you can use them to make the characters better, but I think that basically any amiibo you can also use in like Zelda and stuff, and you can get like bonuses. So there's that. I always thought that the cards was an interesting way to do the amiibos, just because you can get sort of more bang for your buck. I had a couple. I actually have a few amiibos, but here is Metal Mario and King DDD. He's my main in Super Smash Brothers, and I like the Metal Mario because my job in real life involves metal. I do like watch polishing, so I thought that that would be a cool one just to have. But yeah, I think that this is an interesting format to do with amiibos, just because these are like, I don't know, like $20, and then the one pack of cards is only a couple of bucks, and you get like 5 of them. So pretty cool. And I always like to just get random Nintendo cards because there's not too many of them. They made some back in the day, and then every once in a while I'll see like a Nintendo. Oh man, these ones are tough. Every once in a while I'll see a Nintendo thing. I feel like there's a lot more like bootleg Nintendo cards than official ones these days, which is a shame. I wish they would do more. All right, so our first one is Peach doing some horse racing here. And you scan the amiibo there. I guess the RF thing is inside the card. Got her horse there, Peach. And then next up we've got, it's Rosalina. I think she's from the Mario Galaxy. All right, and we get Birdo, Mario 2 character that was actually from a different game in Japan, and then they brought it over and just Birdo became a Nintendo character. Oh, and here's my boy. It is Waluigi. Always love to get a Waluigi. He's my favorite character. I've mentioned this before. It's because it's just like, to know Mario, he's just a guy. You don't need to know anything else. To understand Luigi, you got to understand that he's Mario's brother. To understand Wario, you got to understand that he's like Mario's like doppelganger, evil guy, evil twin guy. But then to know Waluigi, you got to know basically Mario, Luigi, and Wario, just to sort of get the context. So I always thought that was really funny because there's so many like depths to be able to understand what his character is all about. And our last one is Mario doing some soccer kicks, keeping it up. Looks like there's some grass above the ball there. All right, first pack, first Waluigi. I like how this is going. These cardboard hanger packs are always a mystery to me because then there's just a pack inside. first up we get Yoshi. A little bent there. Yoshi was definitely my favorite character as a kid. I would always pick him in Mario Kart, and I think he was even my first like main character in Super Smash Brothers. Although he's got the really tough fact that he doesn't have a triple jump. All right, here's Daisy doing some golfing. The actual pictures, the cards are all right. I like the layout. I like how there's some stats on the front here. Since the back has got nothing on it, at least they got something there. And it's a very sort of simple design that does really remind me of like Nintendo 64 and GameCube, just this sort of like very sort of minimalistic late 90s look that they sort of developed there. All right, here we get Wario. Wario playing some tennis. You can see very, very big is the like matrix printing method that they use. All right, here is Metal Mario. Here he is. Metal Mario playing some baseball. I bet he can get a lot of power on the ball, being all metal. Although I'm not sure, is he allowed to use a metal bat? I think that's cheating. And here's Birdo from soccer. Don't see any soccer ball or anything. I wonder when they gave Birdo this ring. I don't remember when that happened. All right, let's do last pack. All right, hopefully we can get one more Waluigi. That would be great. All right, here's a Donkey Kong, and another horse racing card, and another one with that sort of like divot in the top, which is too bad. But cool Donkey Kong. Here's Peach doing some golf. I really actually like this portrait. Sort of too bad that they cut off the club down there, though. Here's Yoshi doing tennis. Oh, and we get Yoshi doing baseball. So we got the most Yoshis out of all of them. Nice small Yoshi collection. And our last card is Baby Waluigi soccer card. Love these little divots of grass they got going on. All right. They also did the corners round. I think that's good because it means that they don't get damaged as easy. The pointy ones are definitely harder to keep pointy than these ones are to keep round. All right. I got lots of these cards now. I never played this game, but I love to collect different Nintendo collectibles. Let me know in the comments which card was your favorite. I do like these Yoshis. This Peach card I really think has a good portrait of Peach. But I gotta say, I think that my favorite is Waluigi. Looks like he's doing some one-handed batting there, which is always interesting. If you want to trade for any of these cards, the information on how to do that is on the About page of my YouTube channel. I also like this Metal Mario card, Wario. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you want to see more card-related nonsense, don't forget to subscribe. This was Card Corner opening these Mario Sports Superstars Amiibo cards for a Nintendo DS game that seemed to get a lot of 6 out of 10s back in the day. All right, take it easy.